I think jiu-jitsu people can learn a lot about mindset from professional tennis players. You probably know who Serena Williams is. She's one of the best, if not the best, tennis player ever. And I'm going to read a quote from a CBC News article where she recently won but had a tough match. It said, Williams won despite losing serve 3 times and committing 31 unforced errors. And she said, it was just a weird day. Sometimes these matches are really just about getting through them and forgetting them and moving forward. In the past, I wasn't able to do that because I was so hard on myself. And it would affect me in the future. I'm still learning. And after I read that and shared that with some of the students, I was kind of like, oh yeah, that was like this moment that I had. This was my second ever black belt match. And what you're going to see is just a lot of me kind of just like dealing with his guard. Nothing too exciting really happens until the very end. And I'm going against a purple belt in this match. When this match was announced, I was still a brown belt, and then I got my black belt. This was in 2015. So I was like, geez, now I really got to win this match. But really the story that I want to tell you is that this match happened in Ontario. So it was a Saturday. Me and the ring announcer actually showed up at the airport. We ended up waiting at the airport all day long from like probably 7 in the morning until 3 in the afternoon for circumstances beyond my control. Then we had a super rough flight. We landed, I don't know, I think it was like 5 p.m. where we were in just outside Toronto. And the rules meeting was at 5 p.m., so I had to skip the rules meeting because I was so late. I was feeling kind of stressed. I went to the hotel and I just took a nap for like a half hour. There was a lady that was part of the event. She's actually helping coach me. She's like, Josh, do you have a coach for this? I was like, no, do you want to coach me? So she helped me out quite a bit. She picked me up from the hotel, and it just kind of felt like a mad scramble. Getting there, it just felt like I just walked off the plane. I didn't have any real time to prepare or kind of get used to my surroundings like I would normally like to do. But sometimes you just got to kind of suck it up and put that stuff out of your mind and kind of just get after it. And that's what I had to do in this match. I was still going against a quite talented opponent, even though he was a purple belt. Purple belt and up, you usually consider the advanced belt levels. And it really took me a minute to kind of find my groove. I'm not trying to make excuses. I don't know if it was like jet lag or whatever. But as you can see in this match, it was just a lot of me dealing with his legs and trying to pass with very little success early on. And why I'm showing you this is just to show you that you can have rough moments or rough minutes, rough time periods in a match where maybe nothing is happening. I often hear people apologize for having boring matches or be like, oh, that wasn't exciting, I'm so sorry. Don't apologize. Have you ever heard LeBron James apologize for having a boring game? No. Sometimes you just got to go out there and get your job done. It's not always about excitement. And another thing I've stole from tennis players is that you want to have a very bad short-term memory in jiu-jitsu. Just like in tennis, if you have like a bad shot, hit it into the net or something, you want to quickly forget that, put that out of your mind, and move on to the next thing. Same with jiu-jitsu. If you get swept, if you get put in danger, you have to just be confident that you're going to get out and put it out of your mind and just kind of keep trucking. And at about this point in the match, I kind of was ready to make my move, and I was like, okay, enough of this, time to attack. So I'm just going to let the whole thing play out without talking, and then I'm going to break it down.
That's your favorite limb, buddy.
Here.
Arthur, keep pushing.
Let's go. Get out. One. Turn.
Keep going, bud. Keep going.
Doesn't have anything.
Nice.
Doesn't have anything. Go. Doesn't have anything. Go. Yes.
Keep shrimping that way.
You're fine now. You're fine. You're fine now. Just take your time. Yes. Come on. Again.
Good job, Arthur. You're almost out.
Turn to him. Come on. Backing guard. Backing guard. Turn. Turn. You're fine.
Stay calm, Arthur.
Oh, I guess he did have something. And I still really vividly remember this. This is one of the cooler sequences I've hit at black belt. This guy was going for my foot, and I was just frustrated that he was even doing it. So I remember just like stomping my foot on the mat, my other foot, just to kind of make a noise and honestly just kind of scare him a little bit. I think it worked. And then he started to turn away. Big mistake, because as soon as I get his hips and I get my legs in behind his legs, this is basically kind of a berimbolo attempt, but all I'm trying to do is just glue myself behind him. Remember, when you want the back, you have to keep solid chest to back connection. And now as we turned over, see how I get back up? That's a nice little maneuver to try to retake the back. That lets me pull myself in a lot closer. Now he did a little flip over backwards, but I just followed him. I already had the seatbelt, so I just had to keep it. And then from here, I tried to attempt to enter into a submission. But I ended up just taking the Kimura because he was quite good at trying to move away from this. See how he's trying to keep his head clear. He's moving around. But once you lock the Kimura, that's really going to restrict their movement. And if he tries to turn up to his left like he's about to do, it ain't happening because of that Kimura. See how I easily bring him back down? Now I tried to put him on top of my hook, and now I bring the hand in, try to go for the choke. It was still probably a little bit early for that, but I was just too aggressive on the submission. It didn't matter. I just wanted it. So I threw the hook in. As we fall over, I just ended up going straight rear naked choke rather than using the gi, just because in my mind it's just kind of the quick and dirty version. I already had a hand across the neck, and I was looking for that second hook. And you'll notice I get the submission once the left hook goes in, and I'm able to arch back because then I can use my whole body, my legs and my arms for the choke. Right now I have it on, but it's just not quite enough. But see, once I get that extension back, that gets the submission. So yeah, you need to learn to put these bad days, bad moments behind you, put it out of your mind, and just focus on why you're there. Compete. Obviously, I won this match, but I've used this theory several times when I've lost as well. And you can probably do this with other sports too. Sometimes it's good to look to other sports for inspiration in jiu-jitsu. So thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe.